pretty dreadful. It's a good Regency Council for a good heir, but we do not have much legitimacy. Loon gets a lovely pretender, but they're probably not all that great, and even so my friends will probably come in and destroy them. 126, one might say they have it where it counts, but the master does not last long there at all. 12-year regency. Oh dear, France has decided to cancel the military access. Hopefully just because of strategic interests, but it could be that they're not seeing me as such a great ally anymore. Let's re-establish our royal marriages, even though it's kiss goodbye to our legitimacy. Okay, that means I have to deal with my own rebels for a change. And they are going to have to go into Limburg, so we'll get lovely defensive bonuses here. Although they have 5 shock is a little scary. Hopefully the Netherlands, there's not going to be anything left of them by the end of all this. That is the hope. Jake, you told me you never allied France. I don't. In some of my very early campaigns I did. It was shortly after that I decided upon the rule. Okay, now Zeeland gets it. Okay, no, these are cultural unrests. I don't mind getting extra unrest because they're going to be revolting anyway. Thank you, Hungary. Okay, this looming disaster is a bit of a pain. Because our religious unity is low and it's probably only going to go lower. But I could convert this province, right? I have the power to do that. Once it's cored. I'll have to investigate this further. Jake, move your capital or the Dutch revolts are going to continue. The thing is, my capital is already inside the Low Countries region. The reason I'm getting these revolts is because the Netherlands exists. Unless I am completely missing something here. Anvers now revolts, eh? I don't even know which province that's right here. Good riddance to Anvers. Not quite. We're not going down that route just yet. But this is doing a number on our manpower. Hopefully that coalition doesn't decide that it wants to spank us. Speaking of which, I should be looking at claims to throw down. I was talking about striking Lorraine at some point, so I'll throw down a claim on Metz. I need Metz and Longyen as part of the French region anyway. Luxembourg, I also need the flexibility of being able to attack, so I'll throw one down there. Otherwise, it's not too much to go on, so improved relations would not really be helping there. We already have it pretty good with Brittany, although I want to annex them as soon as I can. We still have a bit of waiting to do on that. You're looking good, and Austria itself is looking good as well. Who else would be a decent ally to have? Savoy would, but I believe, yeah, we said they were a rival. Tuscany might. In fact, Tuscany certainly would be, because they're allied to France. I want to ally France's allies to keep them choked, so that if they were to attack me, they're going to have to deal with quite a bit. Okay, sadly it's farmlands here, but there's not too much I can do about that. I'm going to have to merc up to my limit. 31 of them. Scary. Am I missing some units of mine? Because it feels like I am. I am. I detached an army somewhere? I lost an army somewhere? Or am I just completely blind? Because that is another option. I'm probably a bit blind. What? What? What even are you? How... What? Do I own anything here? That's Castilian, that is French, and this is something. Okay. I either ship you home at great risk, or I disband you. I don't feel like going and picking you up. But kind of expensive and I need the manpower. Okay, well that's fascinating. Does Brittany have colonies? They don't have exploration, so no. Jake is a true explorer of his time, and thanks for the vote of confidence. Thankfully, if you catch revolts early, they tend to have pretty crappy morale. But I'm running a little low on units here. Right, forget the Karak. The Karak can remain mothballed. But the rest I need healed up to go and get my units back. Because they've been sitting there for years just chilling out. It disgusts me slightly. And I can't even move them, because you can't move them in and around Terra Incognita. So I'm going to have to charge my armies quite a long way. I might want that counter-reformation. Trouble is I need to convert Zealand quickly, or else I'm looking at religious turmoil. It's ticking up slowly. Okay, Protestant League, Catholic League, how is that going to go down? We're looking at Austria versus France, but the Ottomans are going to be versus France. Is Castile joining? Like in the blah blah blah. Protestant League? Castile versus France, baby. When that war fires, it's going to be biblical. Okay, we got 100% here. There's no point sending everybody, so let's just say send 5 of our bravest. Oh man, it never ends, does it? Now Zealand. Didn't Zealand already revolt, or am I imagining things? Trouble is, I'm running out of units to throw at this. Damn those Dutch. I'm sure I'm not the first person in history to say that. France is also in the Protestant League, Jake. Oh, right, I completely missed that. Why did I think France was on this side? Maybe I was looking at Naples. Probably was, in any case, no point of me getting involved in all that. Just to find myself at war with France with little hope to gain. Flemish separatists, so many of these separatists. So... Jake, is your capital Dutch? My capital is here. It's Wallonian, which makes it somewhat French. Ah, they'll die, like all the others. Let's get you on there, 1st of November. Jings, I am losing tons of units here. It's a little scary. And let's get you home to Zealand. This is doing a number on my manpower like nothing on earth. Manpower and money. It's a good thing we make extra here in the channel. It's tempting to throw the bourgeoisie on here to get that extra trade power. Whether or not that's worth my time, I'm still not sure. It would certainly make them happy. Maybe they want to give me a bit more of a contribution every now and then. But I'm still on the matter. Jake, I think your capital both needs to be lowlands and have the right culture. Then you need to destroy them or culture shift. I think you just need to have your capital in the Low Countries region. But the fact that the Netherlands exists is what's causing all this. And the Netherlands almost don't exist. That's frustrating. And I'm a long way from having them not exist. Oh well, Friesland's got to go if we're ever going to make it through this. Hopefully Oldenburg decides to attack them because they're still friendless. And Oldenburg probably want that. Oh yes, it is vital interest, don't you know? Holland now revolting. Holland's going to bring in a whole load of separatists. At least we got our other army back here. I don't believe in having the extra... Well, gonna have to merc up. I have little other choice. But this is why I keep loads of money in the bank. Jake, just break truce. Coalitions can suck it. I agree, they can suck it, but I want to live and unite the French region, as you can tell by me worming away from France. It's kind of good to see that Burgundy grew a bit here, but I just hope they don't add it to the empire. That would be a bit of a pain. Don't know what would cause them to do so or not do so. But Holland is ours. It's a marsh, right? So we got this. Yeah, we got that papal influence. Lovely. So if you're not a merc, scrunch up, because I'm low on manpower. Otherwise, it's time to not really pay our armies and lick our wounds for a little bit. Gelrian separatists of Burgundy. Come now, Oldenburg, you want to attack them. You've only got 3,000 men, you can gobble them all up like they're not even there. Jake Pope points for legitimacy. I never even thought of that, did I? Yearly legitimacy for... Okay, so it's 20 legitimacy for 50 papal influence. We got a weak claim anyway, but... Yeah, you make a good point, I might as well. So here we go, we can get Zeeland done. It's a bit slow, but we can make it a bit fast. And really, we need it done quite quickly. 40 months, is that fast enough? It is. That's quite nice. We can get out of religious turmoil, provided that none of our other provinces are being converted by neighbouring or nearby centres of reformation. Also, by integrating Brittany, we'll get better... What is this? There is peace between us and the Dutch Republic for now. The final terms of the truce were largely agreed upon when the war ended, but some room for negotiation still remains. We know that the current rulers are interested in weakening the position of the Orangists, a faction within the Republic seeking to grant power to the House of Nobles. If we were to put forward a suggestion for an act to keep the next Prince of Orange away from political power, it could serve to both improve our diplomacy with the current administration and ensure there won't be a king on their throne to lead them into another war against us. I don't know what these do. Does anybody know it a bit better than me? I don't fancy digging up the wiki or digging through the files at this point. %40 chance of 16 heretics in Zeeland. Or I get a free... Well, I mean, these provinces are gonna revolt anyway, like Dutch separatists wanting to rise up in Zeeland and Holland. I don't mind them rising up in Zeeland, because they would have to come to Holland anyway, so let's just gain that 10 unrest. And I'll enjoy my free shooters. Then again, I should probably pay my army. Bohemia is now at war. Or rather, the entire religious league is going to war. Doesn't look so good for Austria and Savoy, but it does put France at war with Savoy, like I wanted them to be, sir, for so long. And it also keeps a lot of people off my back. Jake, always take that event. Well, I have the event. Which one do I go with? Oh well, we'll go with a good way to start anew. We'll see what they say about it. Bourgeoisie versus clergy. The clergy are kind of what I need at this point. But I also don't want the bourgeoisie to be totally... Yeah, what the hell, let's get the clergy on our side. I'm sure they want a bit of monopoly charters, that'll cheer them right up. Okay, goodbye coalition. If I'd chucked the clergy here, it would have made a better job of converting this. But I didn't. Holy smokes, it had 46 unrest. So can I fight? Oh, of course I have Regency Council, so I won't be fighting anything for the next 9 years. But I can integrate you. quite soon, in fact. Some might say very soon. Some might say right about now. They don't have any more cores or such to get, and I don't really want them doing their whole colonization thing, so let's just get them inside of us. Let's see. We could go full oligarchic when we complete our influence ideas, which we could do right now. That would stop the whole horribleness with legitimacy and with pretty much everything else. We would also lose force stability, but we could buy that back up. But it would be very expensive to buy back up. Also, we have one hell of a ruler that's going to be coming up, so I think we'll give them a chance. Remind me about that later, because I love playing republics. So Oldenburg is involved in this whole war malarkey, which is a bit of a shame for me. But getting manpower recovery speed is not a shame for me. That's lovely. Come on, Dutch. I know you've got it in you. Jake, going Republic would enable glorious plutocratic ideas. I do love plutocratic ideas, but they are a military idea group, and I've already got aristocratic. I will probably do that though, because it sounds like a great idea. Meanwhile though, time marches on, and thankfully my aggressive expansion marches down. Soon, a lot of people will not have over 50 aggressive expansion with me. Now wouldn't that be something? How about that diplomat? Are the nobility willing to give me one yet? A level 3 diplomat, 50% cheaper. Can't really afford him, but I'll do it anyway. Jingxi's expensive. But I need that better relations over time a lot. Okay, I expected this would happen. The Dutch have risen up, but as we all know, the Dutch ain't much. They'll take on my mercs in Holland. And this is also excellent. We can grab ourselves the other French ally. So if the French ever come for me, they're going to be, well, without ally. So there we go. Nice and easy. I could probably just get rid of these mercenaries. They're costing me an arm and a leg as it is. And it's not like I'm jumping into war anytime soon. Jake, improve relations with Castile and France. Well, I can almost get France back up to the over 100 thing, so they can come in and beat down my rebels for me, but I don't really see much of a reason to increase it with Castile. When I could be fabricating loads of claims. Like Calais. Calais is in the French okay, it's in the Low Countries region. Maybe I'll be uniting the Low Countries region as well as the French region. I mean, that only makes sense. It kind of looks better on them. So please, give me Calais. Jake, are you just going to dodge France this game or what? I'm going to murder France. I am economically and physically closing in on them. Like I said, this French region has to be mine, which is probably going to put me to war with the Papal State. Speaking of the Papal State, I need to keep good relations with them. I don't have to, but it does help generating these delicious Pope points. Each year you get 7 points. I really don't like you, Netherlands. I really, really don't like you. In Gand as well. Oh, I just got rid of all my mercs. Okay, you sure you still don't want military access? Well, guess we're getting those units back again. Did I ever give you military access? I should. I certainly should. Maybe, just maybe, you'll see it in your heart to take care of my new rebels. Like I said, maybe. Jake, what happened to the Mexican ghost army? I actually shipped them back home. It was a little painful, but needs must. They're getting some cracking generals though. 5 shock is scary at this stage in the game. That's what tech up. We've got a little else going on right now. It's good to be ahead of tech, so we get that bonus production efficiency get. To not have them flank me. Jake, maybe it's time to move your capital to the lowlands. It is in the lowlands. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is because the Netherlands exists. I could be wrong. It's happened before. Might seem unthinkable, but I have been wrong before. Of tea and sugar. Well, I don't fear the British. There we go. Got it sorted. At the cost of just most of our manpower. Once we're out of Regency, we'll end the existence of the Netherlands, and these revolts too shall stop. Of course, I still need to think how to deal with France, because they really are in love with Castile, and it's a mutual feeling. That's a nice feeling, though. We are now safe-ish from religious turmoil. Goodbye. Jake, can you threaten Burgundy with war? I cannot, because I have Regency Council. Savoy no longer considers Castile as a rival. Savoy considers Nevers as a rival. That really kind of works for me, though. Oh, Lune again. This is familiar. Why do I have access through Burgundy, though? What a mysterious game. These utter lunatics. Yeah, Austria is getting this very familiar thing happening to them again and again. It must really blow to be them. You and Burgundy are both in the HRE, Jake. Aye, that's... Wait, what? Away they go again? Not so happy with this. They are destroying too much of Burgundy. And if they end up taking over, now that's bad news for me. I'm gonna need those mercs back in a hurry, haven't I? Yeah, I know the events will go away when I destroy the Netherlands. I had hoped that other people would destroy them, but they're not doing a very good job of that. Speaking of not doing a very good job of defeating the Netherlands, it's a shame about Anvers because it's going to get the separatism because it's not guarded by a fort. Also, these guys look familiar. Guess I'm needing those mercs again. Good thing I make plenty of dosh. But where to strike first? The Evangelical Union is victorious. That's not something you see often. Kiss goodbye all the electors, except those that embrace the now true faith. But that probably means that Protestantism is going to spread, which is going to be good for dismantling France, since France are filthy Catholics. So hopefully Limburg can hold out for a wee bit. And maybe I can get a bit better relations with France, and they'll get those military access from me. Of course, the coalition is gone. Yeah, they're not interested in it anymore. Ah, of course. Let us make the royal babies. Oh, Lord. It just doesn't want to end. Oh, right. Okay, they're coming from everywhere now. Like I said, I'm glad I kept all that money together. Must suck being Dutch. But 26,000 in Flanders is quite a lot. I'm going to have to be ready for them. I'm going to have to get my shooters ready. Also, if you're not a merc, please scrunch up. This is not how I envisioned the campaign going, but it's not often I find myself invading the Dutch. Not often I see Netherlands doing so strong. Don't worry, Jake, 87 years of Dutch revolts left. How long's the truce with Netherlands? 7 more years, but I also have to end my regency, which will be done in 5. Of course, the grand hope is that our good friends, the Oldenburgs, decide to... Oh, oh, this is trying. I wonder if Brabant is going to join the Republic. Gelre actually broke free, which is terrible news. I'm going to have to fabricate a claim on that one as well. Perhaps just maybe Frankfurt is, or Friesland would want to. I don't even know. Where did they go? There were more. I should have killed them though. Alright, we'll be ready for them in Holland. $31 of them, eh? Limburg. I don't really want to get the nobility all up in my face again. I can lose that one base tax. Sometimes I wonder if it's better just to jump in and attack them before they even rise. And they get the -2 for spawning there, which is quite nice. And I get the minus most of my army, which is not so nice. But we're becoming more and more mercenary as time goes on. Ah, but now I've spawned somebody that does not have a truce with me. And they are not Imperial, and they're inside that delicious English Channel trade node, so let's take advantage and fabricate a claim. It's a little difficult, so my main goal here is to destroy France. And I'd ideally like to do it in the next 30 years so I can get the French miners back, but nothing is going to be happening anytime soon unless I remove the Dutch problem. Oh, and we're getting more Dutch separatists because, well, we needed more. They're going to be rising up in Zeeland. I don't have money to be throwing away here. Losing a lot of it. Wonder if I could get rid of a high-ranking advisor, but I really like better relations over time, unless there was a cheap one available to me.